Hope everybody's having a good day. August 28, 2026. I'm going to share one of the best, most vindicating dreams I've ever had in my life that I had last night. The title of this is called In the Driver's Seat. And I had been driving on the highway and was just frustrated with how everything was always restrained, held back, and that proverb that is in Ezekiel 12 and verse 22, endlessly. No one believed that I had a car, a Dodge Charger that was blue with over 700 horses under the hood. And for years I had driven on this highway, like 60, 70 miles an hour. I had kept the peace and no one thought anything. So finally, as it was beginning to get dark out, and did get pretty dark, I looked up ahead and I saw a hill coming up as it was dark out by that time almost completely. I saw a large gap in the traffic. And on the radio, I heard the song by the Models called Out of Mind, Out of Sight. And I revved up the car, and I saw the glow of flames shoot out the exhaust behind me as I was patting the accelerator in short bursts, making burbles and loud pop backfiring noises that sounded like gunshots. I was laughing in the dream at how I had this thing backfiring, just patting that gas pedal. And so meanwhile, for 20 years, after waiting 20 years, I said, I'm tired of being played with, I'm tired of being bullied with, and I'm tired of being harassed by everybody else running and controlling my life. And the only one that didn't have any say anything was Chad. So as I saw that gap in the traffic, at that instant, I blacked out the car as it was dark, and my foot went whomp. There was a whomp and a thud when my shoe hit that gas pedal, and I was in the driver's seat, and then the almost 800 horses roared to life. The flames again shot out of the exhaust. I saw the glow behind me, and that roared to life, and that deafening loud, muffler engine noise as I stomped that gas pedal to the floor. I really stepped on it, and then all the other traffic I realized on the highway was all of these churches and all the people in these churches who prayed and restrained and held everything back for too many years for me. And then it came on the radio. The scripture reading was also Ezekiel 12, verse 22. And then I looked toward the passenger seat and I cursed that proverb as I watched that speedometer going back around to 212 miles an hour. It went back around. And the church in this dream had not believed that I could literally step on it like that and just be gone. Out of sight, out of mind, and move on that quickly after years of endless waiting, disappointments, and deferrals. I absolutely floored that gas pedal, and I was gone. And I had full fuel and full throttle. The gas gauge was on F. It was full, and I hit full throttle. And more horsepower than anyone else believed that I had on that highway. As I was well over 200 miles an hour, I cursed always things being held back, and the racket and joke it had all been for all these years with all the delays and stalls for 20 years. I would hear, "Ra-hum, ha-hum, hug-hum, 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 ha-hum," and the flames had come out the exhaust behind me as I was speeding like that, revving it and popping it and burbling it like that, and I was laughing. I was about to pee in my pants in the driver's seat as I revved that Charger up, all well over 700 horses, and you just savored the sound of that roar. And the dream then changes to a scene. I'm looking from a distance outside the car, watching the car rocket up the next hill on that interstate highway with the glow of flames and blacked out. Yeah, going out of mind, out of sight, disappearing over the hill. And then a voice said real loud, "I guess he did," like meaning everybody didn't believe me that I would go like that. And they said, "I guess he did," as I could hear the roar in the distance of the engine a mile away when I stepped on it like that and accelerated. I made going 60 to 70 mile an hour look like I was sitting still, reaching over 200 mile an hour in this real souped up Dodge Charger, real souped up. And I was absolutely just gone. I mean, I was absolutely just jovial and flooded with joy, laughing in the driver's seat as I finally made everyone else eat dust and smoke after 20 years of holding me hostage, praying and restraining everything and never letting me move forward. I made them eat smoke and dust, and I was laughing as the gas pedal was on the floor and the lead foot was on it. And I absolutely floored it on that gas pedal, and I was fully out of mind, out of sight. I mean, I was gone in less than a minute I was over that hill. I was out of mind. I mean, I outran absolutely everything. And I can remember that a 1050 was not or didn't even cross my mind. And I mean, I was absolutely on it with no looking back. I was gone out of mind, out of sight, and everyone lost me into the night. I mean, I disappeared into the night like, woo, what was that just went by? Woo! And everybody was like, woo, what was that just went by? And I had that Charger, super souped up, and it was deafening loud on that exhaust. And I was in absolute race car territory in this dream, and I mean, it was deafening, that sound. I go, pow, and it backfire, and I have never had so much excitement to literally step on it like that in a dream. And, I escaped. And then it was like, well, that's what a rapture was like. I was absolutely gone. And the dream ended, and I woke up. Just hold your horses here a minute. All right, here we go. right in front of them. I was gone, boy, I was gone. Best dream I've ever had. Most satisfying.